Scientists have unearthed a 100 million year old dinosaur fossil in WA.
Concealing the prehistoric animals and hiding ancient truths inside them.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Check it out.
It may look that deserts are just an endless field of sand, but actually they are full of surprises.
Huge outline of a humanoid figure.
Over 2.5 miles in length. That's gargantuan.
And these people recording it all proves my point. From ancient skeletons to mysterious sightings. Hang on to have your mind blown, as these strange finds will creep you out.
So this part of the fossil here, a cast of the inside of the brain case.
Tongue child.
The original thing that he discovered was this cast. So this part of the fossil here, a cast of the inside of the brain case.
Back in 1924, a huge discovery in South Africa changed everything we knew about human evolution. Miners in a nearby town handed over a fossil skull to a researcher in Johannesburg, and it turned out to be something special. This skull, later called the tongue child, showed signs of an early human species. It had features that suggested it walked on 2 legs, which set it apart from primates and hinted at a closer link to us. At first, many scientists weren't sure about it, but the anatomist who studied it named it Australopithecus africanus and shared his findings. As more fossils were uncovered later, it only strengthened this groundbreaking discovery. Dangers of Gobi.
They found 3 new species of dinosaur, hundreds of bones, and this was in a relatively short period.
Within the last 100 years, archaeologists have discovered approximately 80 distinct species of dinosaurs in the Gobi Desert. These Cretaceous fossils, which date from 120 to 70 million years ago, show that this arid desert was once a rich landscape with lakes and rivers. Essential information on the evolution, migration, and extinction of dinosaurs can be gained from the fossils. Even with its hostile environment, the Gobi is nevertheless an important place to learn about Earth's past and prehistoric life. Vanishing spaceship. In a remote desert, people spotted a strange flying object. It was captured gliding over the barren land and sandy mountains. Its odd shape was captured on camera by a man who happened to be there. As it moved, it blended into the desert, almost disappearing from view. And its camouflage was so perfect that he could barely see it, as it seemed to vanish into the earth. This made the sight even more mysterious and alarming, leaving him and others both curious and uneasy. As it disappeared, he couldn't help but wonder if aliens or unknown forces were behind it, sparking questions that remain unanswered. Alien abduction.
A real bright beam appeared all over, and when I got my vision back, I seen 3 bulky-looking creatures coming toward us.
In 1973, a fisherman had an encounter that turned his world upside down. While fishing by the river, he and his buddy spotted a bright light and said they were taken by bizarre creatures. They recounted being lifted into a spaceship and examined by beings that moved like robots. For decades, the fisherman kept quiet about what happened, but he eventually opened up in a book. Skeptics thought it might just be a wild story, but a secret recording and lie detector tests backed up their claims. Even now, many people believe this encounter stands as one of the strongest cases of potential alien contact. Desert UFO sighting. This video, when uploaded online, stunned viewers everywhere. In a remote desert, a glowing UFO was seen resting on the ground, its surface sparkling with tiny lights. At first, this strange, saucer-shaped craft stood silently, while odd figures, resembling aliens, moved slowly around it. For a moment, everything stayed calm, but then the UFO began to rise. It floated smoothly into the sky, moving higher and higher. Suddenly, it vanished completely. But guys, the mystery wasn't over. Yes, moments after the UFO disappeared, another figure appeared near the same spot. With a bright flash of light, this figure vanished too, leaving no sign of what had just happened. The unexplainable river. A guy in the desert filmed something truly amazing, a river where there usually isn't any water. He couldn't believe his eyes as he recorded the scene. It was mind-blowing to see such a stunning sight in a place known for being dry. In the distance, another man stood by the river, looking just as shocked. Everyone wanted to know where this water came from. Some people thought it might have flowed in from a storm miles away, while others wondered if it was bubbling up from underground. For a little while, the water brought life to the otherwise barren landscape, leaving everyone curious about this mysterious source. The mystery of Miles.
A huge outline of a humanoid figure.
It's over 2.5 miles in length. That's gargantuan.
A pilot over the Australian outback in 1998 saw something remarkable. A large geoglyph known as the Merry Man that was carved into the ground. Stretching 2.2 miles, this shocking image shows a hunter carrying what seems like a stick or boomerang. Many explanations have been proposed in response to the Merry Man's unexplained origins. While some think it was made by a strange artist, others think the military was involved. An American flag and anonymous faxes were discovered close to the scene, which furthered the mystery. Even after being brought back to life in 2016, the Merry Man's actual function and creators remain unknown. Lucy.
I came up here, looked at this, had no idea what was waiting. It was right in this area. What I saw was a fragment of bone.
In Ethiopia's vast deserts, a remarkable find was unearthed in 1974. The fossilized remains of a hominid known as Lucy. Discovered by a student and an anthropologist, this 47-bone skeleton provided a unique window into our prehistoric history. Lucy, who is thought to have been 3.2 million years old, was an extinct relative. What makes Lucy so special is that she walked on 2 legs, a key feature that sets early humans apart. Even though she had some chimpanzee-like traits and a small brain, her ability to walk upright showed how important she was in the story of human evolution. Finding Lucy changed everything we thought we knew about our origins, making her one of the most significant discoveries in understanding how humans evolved. Unicorn or con? A strange video popped up in a quiet corner of the internet, and it got everyone talking. In the clip, someone gently brushes away dirt to uncover what looks like a unicorn skull. As the details of the skull come into view, people can't help but gasp. Could this really be true? Some people are excited, imagining the possibilities. The skull looks so lifelike that it pulls believers into a magical world. But not everyone is convinced. Doubts start to creep in when the camera zooms in on the skull, which seems almost too perfect to be real. Is it a scientific wonder, or just a clever trick? Antarctica Secrets.
The whole crew saw a whole bunch of silver darting objects.
In the icy lands of Antarctica, 3 shiny silver UFOs flew quickly across the sky before disappearing without a trace. Soon after, a team of researchers found a massive opening in the ice, about 200 meters wide. But when they approached this mysterious cave, their equipment suddenly stopped working, almost as if something inside was causing the failure. Later, they were told by their headquarters to keep silent. So, could these strange events be connected? Was there something hidden in the cave that no one was supposed to find? The mystery of what happened in the ice remains unsolved. Mystery of Ata.
The Atacama skeleton definitely looks like an alien. It's 6 inches long, it has a weird, long, bulbous head.
15 years back, in an abandoned ghost town in Chile's Atacama Desert, the discovery of a tiny humanoid left everyone stunned. This 6-inch skeleton, later called Ata, literally confused everyone. With its small size, odd shape, and only 10 pairs of ribs instead of 12, some thought it was evidence of alien life. And to be honest, guys, it could be. Well, no need to be afraid. As in 2013, scientists from California studied Ada's DNA and discovered the truth. She was a baby girl who may have been stillborn or passed away shortly after birth, with rare mutations causing her unusual body shape. UFO Crash. Out in the deserts of New Mexico, something wild happened. A glowing, disc-shaped object crashed into the White Sands Desert, leaving everyone who saw it speechless. This mysterious UFO came out of nowhere, spiraling down with a strange light that lit up the sky. When it hit the ground, it left a huge mark in the sand, and people described it as an eerie, glowing disc. It was moving so fast that many thought, this can't be from Earth. And maybe they were right. The weird glow and unanswered questions still haunt those who witnessed it, making it a mystery that won't fade. Nazca Cave Mystery. In the Nazca Desert of Peru, a group of grave robbers came across an astonishing discovery. Hidden inside an ancient cave, they found what appeared to be an unidentified blue figure. When uploaded online, this leaked footage showed the mysterious creature, sparking heated debates about its origin. With its blue skin and weird shape, people were left scratching their heads and wondering what it could be. Was it just a prank, an ancient creature, or something from outer space? After watching the footage myself, I couldn't help but think, could this really be the proof of alien life we've all been looking for? Floating mystery. While walking through the woods, a man spotted something strange floating in midair. Curious, he started recording from behind a tree. Suddenly, a thin creature with a large head appeared, moving slowly toward the hovering object. Without noticing it was being filmed, the creature climbed up into the floating object. Once inside, the object lifted off and flew away. The man was stunned and shared the footage online, claiming to have captured an alien traveling in its UFO. Watching it myself, I couldn't help but wonder, could this really be the clearest sign that aliens have visited Earth? Mummified Alien.
Scientists in Mexico pulling back the curtain on what they believe are aliens.
In Mexico, scientists revealed something that left the world stunned. 2 small mummified bodies were displayed at a congressional hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, often known as UFOs. A journalist and UFO researcher, along with experts, claimed that these were non-human specimens, possibly from another world. Found underground in Peru's Nazca Desert in 2017, the shriveled figures with warped heads sparked debates across social media. X-rays showed one body even contained eggs. Though many were quick to speculate that they could be aliens, experts were careful not to use the term extraterrestrial yet. I don't know about you guys, but for me this could be the strongest evidence of life beyond Earth. Alien controversy. In September, shocking new footage emerged that seemingly confirmed the existence of Mexican aliens. The footage displayed one of the mummies, which appeared alien-like, drawing attention worldwide. But scientists in Mexico quickly responded by organizing a conference to address these claims. Top experts in fields like physics, biology, and astronomy gathered to debunk the alien theory, referring to the remains as either llama skeletons or simply hoaxes. They criticized and urged the public to focus on real science and education, emphasizing that credible science requires solid evidence, not speculation. The Alien Hand Mystery.
Dos metales, ¿no? Hemos visto dos anillos de metal, dos anillas. Una.
In January 2016, a group of explorers found something terrifying in a secret cave in the Peruvian desert. They uncovered a giant hand with 3 abnormally long fingers, a discovery never before described by science. Scientists took the hand for an X-ray and discovered that all the fingers had 6 bones, twice the number in human hands. This unsettling find became the cause of a huge debate among professionals. The origins and identity of these remains remain a mystery. Some think they could be extraterrestrial beings, while others are unsure, adding to the intrigue and speculation. Giants.
They find more than 40 human skeletons, some of which are abnormally large.
When 2 miners in the Nevada desert searched Lovelock Cave in 1911 for bat waste, they uncovered an unexpected discovery. They discovered more than 40 human remains deep below, some of which were between 7 and 8 feet tall. Theories circulated that these red-haired skeletons might be members of a strange group of giants. Local legends told stories about these giants, known as the Sai Dukara, who faced hard times and were eventually trapped in the cave. This discovery truly blends history and folklore, raising a ton of questions about who these giants were and what really happened to them. Skeleton Desert.
Even if sailors were able to survive the shipwreck, their problems had only just begun. Faced with never-ending sand dunes, temperatures of 50 degrees and no water.
Namibia's Skeleton Coast is a wild and mysterious place where the desert meets the ocean. It's famous for the wrecks of over 500 ships that have sunk due to strong currents and thick fog, making it a treacherous area for sailors. As you walk along the shore, you'll spot whale and seal bones scattered about, remnants of the many creatures that once roamed these waters. But even having the harsh conditions, life thrives here. Yes, desert elephants, lions, and Cape fur seals call this rugged coastline home, and to be honest, it's incredible to think how these animals survive in such a tough environment. The Skeleton Coast continues to intrigue visitors, leaving them in awe of its beauty and the secrets it holds. What stories do the shipwrecks tell? Unexpected UFO.
Oh my God. There's 2.
A man saw 2 UFOs softly gliding across the sky one evening while shooting the huge desert terrain. He urged his wife to call the police, shocked and doubtful of what he was seeing. Silently moving across the desolate desert, the UFO's presence was both captivating and frightening. Realizing he had captured something amazing, he experienced a mixture of joy and anxiety. He wondered what he had just seen as the UFOs disappeared into the distance. He and his wife were left wondering what might be flying over the arid skies after the experience. The Whale Valley. In the remote desert of Wadi al-Hitan, Egypt, researchers made a significant discovery. Petrified whale fossils dating back 50 million years. Discovered back in 1905, these fossils showed that whales once had hind legs, proving they actually evolved from land animals. Wadi al-Hitan is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where you can stroll along marked trails and see these ancient whale skeletons, still partly hidden in the sand. This area was once part of the Tethys Ocean, where these early whales swam and eventually became fossilized. For researchers, visiting this site was more like peeking into Earth's past, revealing what life was like millions of years ago. The Fairy Circles.
So here we have a fairy circle where all the grasses are dying inside.
In the dry grasslands of Namibia, strange bare patches called fairy circles have been discovered. These circles, ranging from 4 to over 20 meters wide, are found in the Namib Desert and have confused scientists for years. Initially thought to be caused by termites or toxic gases, New research suggests that plants created them while competing for water in this harsh environment. Over time, scientists observed that the circles formed distinct patterns. The plants, struggling to survive in dry soil, organized themselves in ways that left gaps, creating these unique shapes. So let's hope they reveal the exact reason behind them soon. The strange skulls. In 1927, an archaeologist made a shocking discovery on Peru's southern coast. While digging at a burial site, he uncovered some strange, elongated skulls. These skulls were unusual for several reasons. They had large eye sockets, didn't have the typical seams on the top, and felt much heavier than regular human skulls. To make things even more interesting, DNA tests reveal that parts of these skulls didn't match any known human DNA, proving that the odd shapes weren't just the result of head binding. This discovery got people talking and sparked theories that these skulls might belong to a long-lost, unidentified species. Both scientists and curious minds alike are eager to learn more about where these bizarre skulls came from and what they might reveal about our history. The Jurassic Dinosaurs. Recently, 2 sets of Jurassic-era dinosaur fossils were discovered in Yunnan Province, southwest China, by road construction workers. The age of these fossils exceeds 180 million years. One fossil, known as Lufengosaurus magnus, is almost 9 meters long, 70% complete, and has several vertebrae and full hind legs. The second Lufengosaurus was found about 1,600 feet away on a hillside. These amazing finds give us new insights into what the world was like during the early Jurassic period, including the climate, geography, and how dinosaurs evolved over time. Finding such well-preserved fossils is super rare and helps us understand the habitats and lives of the dinosaurs that once roamed our planet. Boiling black hole. A man made a shocking find of a dark pit bubbling with thick, black liquid while filming in the desert. The bizarre sight of the liquid boiling and swirling violently gave the impression that the desert itself was alive. He was scared and clearly intrigued by this strange scenario, so he kept filming. As if drawn by the bizarre scene, another man cautiously approached the pit, sharing the same mix of wonder and unease. They both stood there, staring at this mysterious black liquid, wondering what it could be. This strange discovery only adds to the desert's odd reputation and leaves everyone with more questions. I mean, seriously, what could possibly be lurking down there? The ancient stones. Massive stone circles, nearly a ton in weight, have been found in a desolate desert. These prehistoric megaliths, which face east and may indicate burial sites, were placed in this manner by an enigmatic society. Studies show that the dead were buried over time, with bones being reburied after special ceremonies. This unusual practice flips the script on what we thought we knew about how people honored their loved ones. Researchers want to learn more about the customs and daily activities of this mysterious society as they carry out more investigations. The mystery is still unsolved, which heightens the interest. Eye of the Sahara. The Eye of the Sahara is a massive sand structure fashioned like an eye that was found by explorers in the enormous Sahara Desert. When astronauts first saw it in space, it looked much more mysterious. The explorers began digging around the eye, curious about what might be beneath, and they found ancient stone fragments. Their discoveries led them to speculate as to whether they had found the remains of a long-lost city, possibly the ancient Atlantis. Could some great catastrophe have buried this ancient city, considering that the Sahara was once a lush, flourishing land? They soon began to wonder what else was hiding beneath the sand, as their trek evolved into a hunt for unsolved mysteries. Dead Vley. The world's tallest sand dunes encircle Deadvlei, a white clay pan located in Namibia's Namib-Naukluft Park. One of these is Big Daddy, a 350-meter-tall dune that stands out sharply against the surrounding scenery. When the Tsauchab River flooded long ago, it created Deadvlei and gave rise to camel thorn plants. But as the weather changed and the drought deepened, the sand dunes gradually obstructed the river, shutting off the water. The trees would no longer be able to survive without it. The weathered remains of these trees, which are 600 to 700 years old, tells us of a time long ago. Strange Fish River. A puzzling video has emerged showing a strange sight in the middle of a desert, a river-like pattern made of fish. There's no water, but the fish, some lifeless and some slightly moving, are arranged to look like a flowing river. This odd and eerie sight has left many people curious and confused. I mean, seriously. The sight of fish in such a dry, barren place is both unsettling and mysterious. How did these fish end up in the desert? And why are they arranged like this? The lack of answers only adds to the mystery. Viewers are left with many questions, wondering what could have caused this strange event. The source of this bizarre phenomenon remains unknown, leaving everyone puzzled and intrigued. The Sky Stones. When villagers in Sierra Leone, Africa, looked for diamonds in the early 1990s, they discovered something unexpected: enigmatic blue sky stones. Scientists have studied these strange stones a lot, but their mystery still lingers. They're really light and mainly made of carbon and oxygen, yet their blue color is still a puzzle. These stones are believed to be between 15,000 and 55,000 years old, and they've only been found in this area. Some experts think they might not even be from Earth and could be made by humans. Nearby, ancient statues called nomoli, thought to be over 17,000 years old, were discovered too. Some of these statues have perfectly round chromium spheres inside. Do these findings hint at a lost culture or something else entirely? The mystery continues. Biggest cat skull. An amazing find was uncovered by workers in Argentina while working on a construction project. They discovered the skull of a big animal while excavating the area, believing they had discovered something important, but not knowing what it was. It was quickly determined by experts to be the skull of a large creature that lived more than 10,000 years ago, the saber-toothed tiger. Archaeologists and museum administrators were alerted to the find, and the construction was put on hold while a thorough excavation was carried out. To find out if the remaining portion of the tiger's body is buried there, they are currently investigating the scene. Desert glass.
They are very different from any other natural glass that we know. It's just such a mysterious glass.
Scientists found thousands of odd yellow-green glass fragments scattered across the sand in the enormous Sahara Desert. The ancient Egyptians were aware of these pieces, which have baffled scholars for a long time. However, where did they originate from and how were they made? Scientists are currently investigating. Some people think that a big explosion, possibly caused by an impact by a meteorite or a gas burst that produced extremely high heat, created the glass. This could help explain why the glass is so different from other naturally occurring glass on Earth. Hidden Wonders of Africa. In 1957, a small child in Lydenburg, South Africa, made an important discovery on his father's farm. While playing, he found broken ceramic fragments that were later identified as the Lydenburg heads, some of the earliest Iron Age artworks in the Southern Hemisphere. At the University of Cape Town, experts painstakingly reconstructed 7 heads, 2 large and 5 smaller. One has animalistic features, while the other 6 display human characteristics. Experts believe these heads may have been attached to poles or clothing for ceremonial use, and they are dated to around 490 AD. The Leidenberg heads are now proudly displayed at Cape Town's South African Museum, revealing African ancient culture and art. NASA's Orb. NASA recently released a video that got everyone talking. The footage shows a strange spherical orb flying over an active combat zone in the Middle East. This shiny, perfectly round object moved smoothly over the battlefield, puzzling scientists and military experts. No one could figure out what it was or where it came from. As the video spread, people began speculating. Some thought it was a secret military drone, while others wondered if it was from another world. The orb appeared almost perfect, leading many to question its purpose, perhaps as a watcher or a messenger. Just as curiosity piqued, the orb vanished without a trace, leaving everyone guessing what it truly was. Marfa Lights.
Look
at that.
Oh my god.
Check it out.
For over a century, mysterious, luminous orbs have been observed in the desert close to a small Texas town, and they have baffled everyone who has seen them. These lights move in odd ways. They can hover, flicker, or even split into two before disappearing. They are available in 4 colors: white, blue, yellow, and red. Even though they are uncommon, people who see them are nonetheless charmed by them. Many theories have been put forth to explain the lights, ranging from headlights from distant cars to optical illusions brought on by changes in the atmosphere. Some people even think that these brilliant orbs are made when natural gases ignite. Despite these beliefs, the cause of the lights is still unknown, making them a fascinating mystery that continues to pique the interest of tourists. Subscribers pick: Dinosaur in Desert.
Scientists have unearthed a 100-million-year-old dinosaur fossil in WA.
In Western Queensland, scientists made an amazing discovery: a 100-million-year-old fossil of a complete Elasmosaurus. This long-necked sea reptile once swam in Australia's inland seas. What makes this find so special is that, unlike many other fossils where the head is missing, this one includes the full skull and some body parts. Found in an ancient sea that used to cover much of Australia, this fossil gives researchers a rare chance to learn more about these incredible creatures. They hope to uncover new details about the environment and lifestyle of the Elasmosaurus, taking a big step forward in understanding Australia's prehistoric marine life. What secrets will this ancient fossil reveal?